everyone. Bonjour et bienvenue à tous. Your worship, counselors, special guests, and especially to all the devotees of heritage who are in this room, for whom this has been a labor of love for the last 10 years. And it's really a pleasure to see it come to fruition, with particularly the community leadership that we've seen from those involved in heritage across our region. Today is a day for some high fives for a number of people after those 11 years. Of course, it all started with amalgamation, and you will remember, those of you who are involved in heritage, that the original archives were in the old City Hall on Sussex, and we ended up as a new city having a short-term lease in that space. And I think we received eviction notices at least 4 times while we tried to find the solution that we see here today in this building. And I want to mention particularly Steve Kanalakis. I know that as mayor at the time, we had a lot of huddles on how we were going to buy an extra 18 months or 2 years from the federal government every step of the way. And a lot of sites were looked at, they were bounced off those leaders from the heritage community, and quite often they were not satisfied, and justifiably so, when you see the solution we finally came to here today. So I do want to mention a few names, and I know there are many, many more, but names that I can recall working with through the first part of those 11 years. Of course, David Fleming, who is here today, who's shown tremendous leadership. David Jeans, Jay Baltz, Carolyn Quinn, Bill Tupper, not so much Bill, but Georgie. I remember going out to Rideau on 3 or 4 occasions and visiting the library, and I think the one room, is that correct? The one room you used for heritage. And it really was a labor of love to walk in there in the middle of the morning and to see 5 or 6, usually women, who were going through all these detailed papers, books, and records, compiling. It truly is a labor of love. And for all of you who've been working in the heritage area, I want to say thank you very much for doing so. That's really important for future generations in our community. As has been mentioned, the new Ottawa Central Archives building is an example of innovative, modern architecture design. And it will be LEED Silver certified for its minimized environmental impact. It presents a young, fresh, modern, and visually appealing design in stark contrast with those of us cutting the ribbon. With 1 or 2 exceptions. In 2008, the McGuinty government approached municipalities across Ontario with a special dedicated fund, something called the Municipal Infrastructure Investment Initiative, that invited cities and towns from across Ontario to partner with the provincial government to help get local infrastructure projects underway. Thanks to City Council making this building, this initiative, a priority, $20 million was invested on behalf of the province toward the construction of the new home for the Ottawa Central Archives and Ottawa Public Library Materials Centre. This matched the city's $20 million investment. Late this morning, I asked for a list of all of the projects across Ontario under this MPP plan, and I think there were 287 projects. And you'll be pleased to know, and many thanks to former Minister Jim Watson, that the $20 million was the largest grant under that program, and the next highest I think was $13 million, and all the others were much smaller. So we did very well by that, and really thank you for giving me some credit, Jim. You were there when the program was established, and I want to say thank you very much to you for delivering on this particular project. As a partnership initiative between the province and local government, the MPP program served as an early model, just a precursor to the significant infrastructure stimulus partnership which followed. This saw an additional 144 projects in Ottawa, receiving almost $300 million as a provincial share from the McGuinty government over a period of approximately 2.5 years. And just this past Friday at the University of Ottawa, on behalf of the province, I launched the next phase of our infrastructure vision with our 10-year long-term infrastructure plan, Building Together, which will invest an additional $35 billion in schools, roads, colleges, universities, and public transit in the next 3 years alone. In function, this new facility will ensure that the City of Ottawa's rich local, regional, and cultural history is preserved and documented for future generations. In form, this project serves as an example to me about the need for continued partnership and alignment between local and provincial government and community leaders when it comes to planning and funding our community infrastructure needs. Le gouvernement McGuinty accorde une grande importance à ces relations avec les municipalités, les intervenants et le secteur public dans son ensemble. Together, by investing in public infrastructure and our shared cultural spaces, we are creating jobs and enhancing the quality of life for people in our community.